So my wife now is making me, making me is a little deep, but would like me,
forcing you.
If I see something I want to buy, if there's something that appears on my timeline that I'm like, gotta have that. Ooh, I need that. You know how they're always listening, right? I gotta write it on a piece of paper. I got a 5-day list. Give it 5 days. Go back to that piece of paper. If I want to buy it, then I can after 5 days. You like that?
That's a good idea. That's actually probably something I should do. I'm somewhat of an impulsive buyer.
All are. There's if you're on social media, they're always listening. They're popping up things on your timeline that you were just talking about yesterday, the day before, 30 minutes ago. And next thing you know, you're like, dude, I was just talking about that ice maker that, was able to make ice in 110-degree heat.
See, I'm not as much with gadgets, because I know people are with like kitchen gadgets and stuff like that. Video games always get me, because there's always got to be something I have to have. Like a new game that just came out, and I have a backlog full of hundreds of games that I'm not going to get to that I already have purchased. And I decide, you know what? I'll just get another one because, I want to get to it. And then I never do.
Do you know where you should go for your electronics?
Where's that? Yeah, I should.
PC Richard and Son. Come on, man.
You got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, there you go. PCRichard.com.
I imagine if you walk through PC Richards and Son, you would have that list would be very long.
Yeah, they got it all. So one of those items that we discussed.
Oh, you have an item already on the list.
Okay. There's multiple items on this. Multiple. The first one is a wheelbarrow. Excuse me. Not a
what?
Not a wheelbarrow. Sorry. The wagon that you could drag on the beach. Oh man.
Oh my God. I was like, okay, you need garden work
No,
done
I don't need that. So the wagon is a must. Here I am.
Yeah, the wagon is a must, by the way.
I'm dragging. I got this oh man.
Especially with a child now. Yeah,
this place that we stayed at, man.
Do you not have a wagon already? Like,
no,
what do you
don't.
Do to go? Do you just carry your daughter?
I drive my car up, drop everybody off, everything off, go up to the place. We set up shop. Then I come back and I move my car.
Because with a child, it is essential to have that wagon, because obviously the sand can get too hot. You don't want them, walking through the sand. It's easy to just carry them and all the.
That's what Crocs are for.
Still, yeah. But still, it's too hot. You would like to just put them in the wagon, roll them to where you need to go.
Yeah,
and especially with all the other things that you need for the beach.
The wagon is a must.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so
you don't have to wait 5 days for that one.
Also, here we are 3 straight days in a row, and we got 2 umbrellas. Digging it,
2 umbrellas?
Yeah, dude, there's 7 of us. You got 2 umbrellas. Most people are setting up 2 umbrellas. I said, enough of these umbrellas. We need one of those pop-up tents. The canopies. Yeah, the beach canopies.
I think that's a little excessive.
No, I don't.
I think that might be a little excessive.
Why? If you do umbrellas, why should you not have a beach cabana?
Well, you have the umbrellas, so there you go.
Not the same.
See, the wagon, umbrella, all necessities for the beach. What you want there is a luxury.
No,
that's something you don't need.
Couldn't disagree more. Somebody yelled at me and said it's could disagree more. Couldn't mean you won't. I said, dude, if you're going to worry about my grammar, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah, your grammar's not great.
So couldn't disagree more with you. I would you need the cabanas over the umbrellas. 2 umbrellas only give you so much shade.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
Price tag is a little pricey, but.
Exactly. I think it's a luxury. I think it's something you don't need. It's a purchase that does not need to be made.
5-day list.
I think you're thinking too hard about it. You don't need that. You're good.
No, 5-day list. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. It's on the list. All right. Speaking of gotta have it, let's talk about some NFL. Football season is here. And Jansen is all about some training camp because of Aaron Rodgers throwing and
Did you see it?
I mean, he's not getting hit.
Okay,
he doesn't have to worry about anything.
Okay.
Are you gonna watch Hard Knocks? Because that's what it is.
No, I'm not gonna watch it.
I didn't think so, but you're all fired up over this one
because it was an amazing throw and catch. Garrett Wilson, spectacular. How could you not just kind of daydream about the numbers and the type of offense that the Jets can have with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. I mean, Garrett Wilson can be Aaron Rodgers next to Devontae Adams. That was a heck of a catch.
Absolutely could. Absolutely.
And that video was all I need. Aaron Rodgers rolling out to his right, throwing across his body, and Garrett Wilson catches this ball behind him and also toe taps in. That is a special playmaking duo that the Jets have.
The question is, would you take him over Chris Olave, or would you go with Olave over?
I would go Wilson over Olave.
I think Olave could have a hell of a season. He
Absolutely can.
Good last year too. I mean, nobody's putting that out.
But Derek Carr's not.
I get it. I get it. Schedule
I just
is
think
not
the
all
sheer
difficult for the
volume that
Saints.
Wilson can get, because we know Rodgers isn't going to shy away from targeting one guy. And the upside you have with Aaron Rodgers is a big play arm and big playability. I think Wilson benefits strongly off of that, the same way Devontae Adams did. Yeah, I think Wilson's going to put up huge numbers this season. That dude's a special talent. Now you have a quarterback that can get it to him in all types of situations. Yeah, Garrett Wilson's my guy. Even to the point where I want to see, where he is being drafted in fantasy, and I want all in on him. I want to know what his props are for the season. I want all of it. I think I'm all in on Garrett Wilson stuff.
So then you're all in on the Jets then?
It doesn't have to mean I'm all in on the Jets, because there are still some things that can go wrong. But I feel strongly about that connection being
Let me
good.
back it up.
Okay.
You're all in on Rodgers being healthy.
Yes, I would say that. Yeah.
Okay. And Rodgers being Rodgers of years
I would
past.
say enough of right. I'm not saying he's going to be MVP Rodgers, but you get enough good play from Rodgers to justify, drafting Garrett Wilson wherever you do, or buying in on Garrett Wilson's props. Yeah, I think there is a good base floor here of what Rodgers can be with the Jets. Now, I don't expect MVP type numbers from Rodgers, but from what I'm saying with Wilson, I don't think he needs that.
Okay.
I just think you need Rodgers to be good enough and to be partly of what makes Aaron Rodgers so special, and I think you'll get that.
All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that did take place today, since we have injuries that are now popping up. As after this week, every team is reporting in training camp, so football season is here, whether Jon Jansen likes it or not.
Why'd you say it like that?
I kid. All right, let's start with CJ Gardner-Johnson, which ended in a weird way. He was loved here in Philadelphia last year. That was a dude that was a immediate difference maker. Wanted him back in an Eagles uniform. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he say he was signing somewhere? Then like a day later or later that day, he was like, hold up, I might be playing with the Eagles. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. He ended up with the Detroit Lions, which was a good signing by them, right? He's a damn good player.
Very good player.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden last week, he makes headlines on some stream where he's playing some racing game and people were taking shots at him. He's a grown man playing a racing game. I'm like, hold up, there's pretty good racing games out there. Which is turning into a movie. Did you see that?
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Yeah.
What's that all about? And it says it's based off a true story. What's that all about?
I think it is. I'm not exactly sure who the person is, but it is a true story where Gran Turismo, I think, did turn one of their e-racers into an actual racer.
We got some other stuff. CJ Gardner-Johnson apparently goes down with
Well, did you see Jordan? If you want to go to speed racing, you see Jordan Addison, 140. Did you see the reason why he did it though?
140 is not that fast.
What do you mean not that fast?
Compared to other people that have been. All right, 140 is pretty fast. Sorry.
140 is fast.
Yeah, 140 is a little fast.
Okay, so is it justified? He said he was doing it because of a dog emergency.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Okay, that does feel justified to me.
That's a family member. Now, was the dog in the car?
I am not sure.
If I'm going 140, it's either...
His dog was having an emergency at his residence, and that was the reason for his speed.
All right. Well, I don't hate the idea of throwing it to the cop to see what happens. True story. My mom was sick when we got the call at 6 a.m. and I was up in the Poconos. I got pulled over for doing 105 on the turnpike. It was 6 a.m. Nobody was out there, and we were cruising. And I got pulled over, and I told the cop, I said, he goes, license and registration. I said, sir, I'm not going to lie to you. Just got a phone call about 30 minutes ago. My mom is ba. And I said, I'll slow it down, but we're just trying to get to Philadelphia. And he's like, license and registration will get you on your way. Boom. gave me a warning. See you later. I haven't been pulled over by cops in forever. And that was scary. That's
I only got one speeding ticket.
How fast were you going?
It was on 95. I was driving through Virginia. I think I was going like 78.
I got pulled over in Virginia like 15 years ago. Yeah.
I got charged for reckless driving. Because I was going over 10. Yes. I think it was 65 was the speed limit. Stupid. I was going 78.
Yeah, something stupid. It's ridiculous. Anyways, CJ Gardner-Johnson left Detroit Lions practice on a cart after suffering a non-contact leg injury. But reportedly, it is not a season-ending injury. It's just day-to-day. Maybe my man needed a day off. I don't know.
Or maybe he did get hurt, and it's just good that it's not anything structural.
Or that.
Yeah.
I didn't finish up because he was playing that racing game, and he called us, like, obnoxious.
Yeah, he said he didn't like Eagles fans. He said they were not.
And I just say to that, dude, if it, like, online, of course, everybody's obnoxious online. Nobody's really them. You just got to just eat it up and go away or don't even pay attention to it. But in real life, walking down the street, CJ was treated like a freaking king.
Yeah, I thought he was. I don't know.
Every Eagle is treated that way.
Yeah, I don't know what happened between when he signed with Detroit
even
and
Jason Babin was loved when he was a goof. Yeah.
Gosh, I haven't heard that.
That's like the one of the players that.
Why'd you bring up Jason Babin?
I was thinking about Eagles players that.
Okay. Why do we not like Jason Babin?
Yeah, because he was an idiot. He was from Chip Kelly's era. Chip Kelly.
Yeah, wasn't he the wide nine? He was part of that wide nine.
Yeah, baby. And he had a good
Eagles?
season. Jim Washburn. All right, so CJ is the one. How about this? Naheem Hines is going to miss the full season for the Buffalo Bills because he was reportedly struck by another jet ski when he was sitting stationary on his jet ski. That's terrible.
It's terrible because I think he loses, the salary for this season.
Yeah, I think
because of that. Because it was a non-football injury.
That's a tough one. Didn't he have the 2 touchdowns returned in that game with?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
when I think
DeMar came back.
Yeah,
well, he was up in the. Remember, it was snowing.
Right, he was up in the press box. Yeah.
And people were like,
not press box, or whatever. Yeah,
that's not him.
Oh my God. Yeah, we don't have to talk about those people.
Anyways.
He's a good player for them. I mean, that's
tough.
Loss.
It's one of those tough ones. All right, and then finally, as far as NFL news is happening right now, reportedly, I'm reading over here on CBSSports.com. They're saying it's NBC Sports originally put this out that Josh Jacobs will not play throughout the course of the preseason for the Raiders in Las Vegas. Is that a big deal to you?
No, because I don't think he's going to pass up all of that money and play this season. I think it's fair for him to voice his displeasure, not be there for preseason, not be there at training camp. Be like, look, I'm not going to put in, extra mileage or extra effort on my body for a team that's not signing me long term. But I don't think it means he misses the season. I don't think it's too much of that.
All right. We will talk NFL with our next guest coming up here on the other side, the great Gerald Colton, of course, co-host of the All Pro Philly show. No Jari Evans this season. I know he'll be touching base with him from time to time. We love Jari, and we still touch base with him all the time, talking Sixers and all the other nonsense.
Yeah, I need some Derek Carr.
I know. I was wondering, and that's a question that we'll ask Gerald because I'm wondering, is that crossing the line? Now,
is it? Okay. Yeah.
We'll ask.
All right. Are we asking too much of an insider question here?
Yeah.
Like, how's Derek Carr?
But at the same time, I think Ja would sit down with some reporters out there. I mean, it's his first year, so I don't think he's going to go out of his way, but he has history at that organization and history with those people down there that are reporting on the Saints. So if one of those reporters walked up to Ja and said, can I get a one-on-one before the season starts? I'll guarantee Ja's going to sit down with them if it's approved, right? He doesn't want to, ruffle any feathers.
Right, go outside of the team.
He would obviously give nothing but truthful statements. So I don't think it's over the line if we were to text Ja, hey, 3 quick questions about the Saints coming up this year, big dog. What do you got for us?
And all he'd probably want to talk about is Joel Embiid.
That's it. Anyways. Yeah, that's it. But that's all right. We like that. All right. I do want to squeeze this in real quick. I had some other items on the 5-day list, and apparently if you can't remember them, then maybe you don't need them. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to hear more of this list. I'm fascinated.
This list started with this one. Traveling pickleball net.
Oh, come on. That's a no.
Dude,
you don't need that.
Dude.
That's going to be such a fad, and you're not. That thing, you're going to use it. You're going to use it a few times, and it's never going to leave your garage after.
A fad. First of all, it's not expensive. First of all, it's $59.99. You get a good set.
It's not worth it.
I disagree.
Not worth it.
Me and my wife and I played last summer.
Yeah, who are you going to play pickleball with? She's not going to do that all the time.
Just well, you wouldn't play with me?
But no.
I'm sure people would play pickleball with me.
Sean, when have I ever been over to your place to just hang out and do activities?
Traveling pickleball net isn't.
Would you bring it into the studio?
You know what?
Do it in the parking lot.
Yeah, do it in the parking lot underneath. It's in the shade. It's perfect. I'm telling you right now.
That is never going to happen.
That's on the list.
Take it off the list. I can already tell you right now. You should not be buying it.
Also on the list, Yeti cooler.
Okay, yeah.
I'm doing it. I've been one of these guys that haven't bit into the whole Yeti nonsense.
Do it. It's
because they're
really
so
good.
expensive.
Yep.
But they are so good. Mm-hmm. The ice doesn't melt, and it's time that I bit the bullet and purchased a Yeti cooler. And
that has a good use case for it. Because again, for the beach and all these other things that you would be doing for when you're out of golf outings and stuff, Yeti is perfect.
And you know who
there's so many uses for it.
And you know who has Yetis?
Oh, I think I know. Do the whistle. Yeah.
PC Richard and Son. PCRichard.com. All right, Gerald Cole will join us. I got one more item on the 5-day list.
Oh my gosh. How many items are on here?
5 right now. One more item on the 5-day list. And this is definitely something I'm going to bring up in the 5 o'clock hour. Because if you think the traveling pickleball net is something I don't need.
I think that's the worst thing on the list
wait till
so
I
far.
tell you about this one.
Oh,